we go.
Hi,
Good evening.
good evening.
We're talking about money again and savings.
Yes, we are curated in creativity, and we are continuing on from our Tuesday night session, chapter one. I think we have the money challenge. Let's talk money challenge first.
Hey, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon. It's my nephew.
How you doing?
Okay, so the challenge. So I think Neosha talked about her challenge already this week. I need to talk about the challenge. We had an all cash challenge for a week or two, and you're supposed to get money out of the bank. You're not supposed to swipe any cards. You're not supposed to use your credit cards, debit cards, none of that. You're supposed to actually count out your money and make your purchases, which makes you think about your purchases. That's the whole point of this, to make sure you know where your money is going, and you have to think about what what you're spending your money on. So I thought I had it, I was Brandon. Um
Good
Lala.
evening, Lala.
Hi
How are you?
Lala. So the I took out about $72 because I already had a couple bucks, and then I took out enough, and I had about $72 total. I'd already had my grocery run. I had my lunches made. So I was like, easy week, easy peasy, no problem. Didn't think about gas because I had gas at the time. Midweek came, and yeah, I used about 45 of those dollars just on gas. Dropped me down really fast. I, on a whim, did not cook dinner, so I'm a caregiver, so I had to go uh, cop some dinner for my mom and myself, and yeah, that knocked out the rest of that right there. So it was really rough going through this last day or so and not having any funds and not being able to, go to the debit credit card. But it is eye opening. It is eye opening that I could not survive a week without, swiping that card and blindly, use my debit card. I know it's there, and it makes you accountable. So yeah, it's a good challenge. And I really am going to challenge myself. I want to do it another week, and I wanted to challenge myself to actually give care and thought to how much I'm getting out. So I know um exactly, like, kind of plan it out, like, okay, what do I need to do? And if I get out $100, will that suffice? And if it doesn't, why? Is it me frivolously spending? Do I not know what I'm spending money on? Like, these are the questions that you should be asking. So
Right. And I did a video on mine. I didn't take out as much as Portia did. I took out closer to about 40 or 50. I'm the type I bring my lunch to work, but we had meetings outside of the office, and I had to go buy lunch. And that 20 turned to 80 really quick. So luckily, I have gas to last me the rest of the week and so forth. But when you have that cash on you, you have to use it. It makes you think about, what do you really need to buy? Because I was using the little jar of change that I have on the door in my car for some of the things that I need. However, I made sure that, try not to swipe my card at all. So that way, I can see what I'm spending. And I also stated in the video how I looked over my last 30 days of my spending, because that's one of the things we put out there too, as far as go back and look at your last 30 days of spending. Everything from your ATM card to your credit cards and your regular bills, and just take a good look at your spending. And so, what I noticed about myself, I was, hey there,
they love G.
love G, they love G. So I looked at what I was spending, and I actually was stopping to get coffee way more times than I thought I was on the way to work. And I actually am not a real big coffee drinker, but going to work early in the morning, we're back in the office. It's cold in the office, and so I was stopping getting coffee when I have a Keurig at home, and I could be making my own coffee.
Yeah,
So
so environment
yeah,
environment changed some of your spending habits just on a whim. Who knew?
yeah, definitely. So yeah, if you did haven't looked at your last 30 days, take the time out to take a look at how your spending habits are. Go ahead, pull up your bank account, credit card statements, and look and see how you're spending. Also, too, like we said, try to do the at least 7 days, if not the 2 weeks, cash challenge. that you get out what you think you need and stick to that instead of swiping your cards. And you'll definitely see how much you don't spend doing that.
Right. All right. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you.
Thank you, Love G.
So giving you a little bit more on our book, it's never too late. Smart Money Moves for a Secure Future, and we're gonna stick the link actually in the comments, so you can go take a look at our website. We have a lot of free downloadable items, but also we have other items on there. So you might, oh, and it looks like it hopefully it's clickable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know if you can actually get on the website with the link, and that you can actually click it. So speaking with the keeping with the topic of income, we're going to talk about additional income. So have you guys had to or given a thought to increasing your income just to make some of the moves that you're going to have to make as far as like paying off debt, getting credit things in order, savings, additional income is almost key to a life change type of money mindset to get things on track. You know, we're talking to people who are younger, but more so middle aged, because we are middle aged, and those are the things that are real life, right, for us in this ever changing world. So, some of the, second income options you have, we have a list here that we could go through and why you might need second income, not only to pay down debt, but to,
Increase your savings,
increase savings,
increase your retirement,
financial security, yeah, education goals, if you're still trying to get another skill set going, or even some of the courses that we see so much on TikTok, those extra, so you're not taking from what you already have, but you can still increase your life and still do the things you need to do on a daily basis.
Right. And right now digital products is really big. Whether you're doing spreadsheets, you're doing a book, you're doing journals, that's really big. And if you have the talent that you can come up with, artwork. There's people that just have art that they have that they're putting out there. Coloring books for kids, invitations. There are so many options out there that you can do and platforms where you can actually list it for free. Beacon is for free. Gumroad is for free. Etsy is not really for free. They take their money on the back end, but those are things that you can get out there and you can sell items. You can actually, one of the big things that I had done last summer was go through my house and get some items and go to the flea market. And so a lot of things that I wasn't using, but I was hoarding because I didn't want to give it away. I kind of took out to the flea market and I sold stuff, clothes that I had never worn, some things that were lightly worn, items for the house, and just kind of get rid of that stuff that you're not using and put that money to the side.
Yeah. So some of the online gigs are for to generate income. We have some online ones like freelancing platforms, just like she talked about the free digital products to start your own. We have a whole list of free digital products, and you can change them up and resell them. That's the whole point. And you can start making money just that easy. Online tutoring you can do if you're in the teaching field, education field, affiliate marketing. That's big on TikTok. People are making tens of twenties of thousands of dollars to and get on TikTok and sell and be an affiliate marketer. There's passive incomes, investing, real estate, those types of things. So maybe if you've had a second job, I've had many second jobs over my lifetime. I've worked at Kohl's, I've some of everything. In addition to my regular full-time job, I've always kept a second income. So what are some of the second income or hustle type jobs have you had? If you have had any, stick them in the chat.
Yeah, also to put in the chat any ways that you have come up with how to save money or kind of grow your account and so forth. Because we always assume that other people know how to save money or what they're doing, and it's not always the case. Like our last live, I had brought up that I purchased a safe and I bought envelopes, and every pay period, I put $50 to $100 in an envelope, label it, and I just put it in my safe. You don't know when you're going to need money, and you got to be prepared. Hey, Darla,
Hi,
how are
Donna.
you?
Thanks for joining.
Thank you for joining us.
Make
We
sure you
appreciate it.
share, like, and follow, and all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
So, I mean, you got to come up with ways to go ahead and start saving that money. And hey, Ashley,
Hi, Ashley.
I like to put my money in the safe because flat tire, I have the money on hand. I don't have to take away from any of the money in my account that may be for my bills. I don't have to pull from my savings, and it's just there if we actually need it. And so that's my thing. For every pay period, I get an envelope, put $100 in it, and put it in the safe, and just forget about it.
And the safe is fireproof, and
Right.
what, fireproof envelopes
Yeah,
too?
and I have fireproof money bags.
Oh, money bag.
I put the envelopes in the money bag, zip it, and put it in my safe.
Yeah.
That way, I don't have to worry about trying to run to the bank if I need to. And if you forget about it, and after a couple of months, before you know it, you have some money saved up. Plus, on top of what you already putting in your savings account and investing your 401k, and the thing is to grow yourself for retirement. And even if you want to retire early, these are things that can help you make the decision of, I don't want to work till I'm 70.
Right.
I don't want to work till, you might make enough money that you can decide to retire, but work for yourself.
Right.
Because my mindset is if I'm going to get up at the crack of dawn every day until I'm in my 60s, let it be for me.
Right.
Let it be that something I'm investing in myself. I'm working hard for myself. Not that I'm showing up to somebody else's building to do their work.
And we're both finance professionals. We said that on the last slide, but we probably have to reiterate it. So even though we're finance professionals, we've been in finance for the last 15, 20 years, we're still having to take a look and make some moves and changes on how money flows and how to get to that next step. And so that's why we think we, can help impart some knowledge in the topic. So she did the putting money in a safe, which I might do, because there was one thing that she said about that I really liked the last time, and it was she didn't go back and count it. See, if I know what it is, then I've always got that in my mind, and I'm like, okay, I know that's there, and if anything happens, I could easily get to it. But she doesn't go back and count it, and I thought that mattered because that's the way I would have to do it in order to have it in my house. I don't want to know what's there. I just want to put it in an envelope and leave it there and hopefully forget about it. But what I do, I also contribute to my TSP. Which is our type of 401k, but I also use a high yield savings account, and I have it automatically go there, and it's at another bank. It's not even just in another savings account at the same bank than my checking. It's in another bank. So I have to pick up the phone and ask you to send me money. So that's the way that I safeguard myself. I have to really think about making that phone call. Is it important enough? Because I'm about to disturb something here. So yeah, that's the way I say. But I do like that idea, and I just might adopt it, especially if I can get through this next week with cash only basis that we're trying to do. That might work out really good.
Depending on how the cash only goes this week, I might try to go ahead and do it again for next week because it does stop me from swiping my card. It's so easy, especially to one of the habits we had talked about before. She buys her groceries online. I go to the grocery store. However, this last time I did order online, and it was a lot better. I saved almost $100 because I get in the store and I'd be like, oh, I don't have that.
Hungry.
When I'm hungry, I didn't bought fish patties, sushi, and brownies, all things that I thought I was gonna eat soon as I got home. And once I started unpacking stuff, I was like, why did I buy this stuff? It wasn't even something that I needed. Oh, so they love Gia saying, why is it important to have two different banks?
Well, I do two different banks because my checking account, that's where I'm spending my money from. And if like something happens or even my eyeballs are on it, I know that, 6,000 is sitting there. It's too easy for me to want to tap into it. So I put it in another account so I don't have to look at it. It's put it away and forget about it. That's the goal of me having the two bank accounts.
Right.
Now I do have a savings with my checking account, but it's small. It's like, a couple $100 to roll over if something, a draft would come through or something, I needed additional money. But if I were to look at that 6,000, it's too tempting for me. I'm a shopper. I know that about myself. I don't tempt me. I want to forget about it.
Yeah. Plus, too, like she said, with it being in a high yield savings account, you can't just swipe your card and go get the money. You have to call the bank and tell them that you want to get money.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little bit different
Yeah.
as well.
You have to talk. I have to talk to myself about that phone call. It's like, oh, am I really gonna make this call? Am I really gonna pull that kind of money out of here? It's not. It has to be something significant.
Yeah, so you just want to make sure that that's one of the benefits of like just trying to put it in another account when you're really trying to save. It just makes such a big difference because like with my savings and checking account that's together, I have money automatically going to my savings account, but it's so easy for me to just log into my phone and transfer that money to my checking account because I've seen other things that I want to get and I don't want to lower what I have in my checking account, so I just pull it from my savings.
So, what are you guys' savings tips? Do you have anything that you do differently? Because I thought Neosha's was really different with her having a safe and putting in the envelopes. That's really good.
And hello, user 230-20123. How are you?
Hello, hello. Welcome to the live, and be sure to check up our website. We have some free templates out there in addition to our book.
And we
It's
also
never
have
too
some
late.
journals out there
That
that have the budget spreadsheet. So if you're serious about like starting to get your budget in order, we do have a budget spreadsheet out there that you can actually use to kind of track what you're using on a monthly. And that will help you get on track of your spending habits and just get a better eye on how you're spending your money. And like I said too, look at the last 30 days. You will be surprised at the money that you have spent outside of your budget of which you said these are the bills I need to pay. However, when you're swiping that card, the credit card, the ATM
It's so
card,
easy.
putting your Apple Pay up to the
Oh, you ain't
machine,
got just tap and
you
it's over
start
with.
seeing the amount of money that you spend, and you're like, dang, I'm $200-300 outside of my budget that I could have put that money up for something else. I could have invested that,
Yeah.
I could have used it toward a vacation, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But we're so, I'm gonna say we're spoiled, so we just kind of tap it and it's right there.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to take a look at yourself, and me included, and see what habits you have of your spending and try to get it under control because there's other things you can do with your money, like invest it. It could be for your retirement. It could be because you want to go on vacation.
Yeah.
A lot of times we tell ourselves, I don't have the money to do that.
You do have the money.
We have the money to do
we
it.
On $20. I say that all the time. You can $20 is nothing these days, but if you put all those collective little $20 up, it amounts to some big money at the end of the year. It really does.
It does.
So it's very important to kind of take an assessment, and you have to do it periodically. It's not something that you just do once and you just forget about it. It's something that needs to happen, every few months. Either come up with a new goal, think about some new things that you want to do in life, and get a repurpose on it to make you tighten your belt just a little bit longer, because even though we're young now, and I'm still young, even though I'm 50 years this year, but you can look up and you'll be retirement age and you'll be like, what happened? What happened to all my money? Is it in my closet? Or is it on my feet? Like, is it the car that I'm driving? Like, where's that money? So it's very important.
Yeah, and a lot of times what people don't think about is as we get closer to retirement, yeah, we've worked a lot of years and so forth. However, when it comes down to Social Security, they're going to take your last three highest paying years to determine what you qualify for Social Security.
If it's there.
Yeah, and that's if by time, I don't know everyone's age, but if it's Social Security, I'm 52. I don't even know if it's going to be Social Security available when it's time for me to retire. And
that's scary.
I don't want to work until I'm 62, 65.
Not gonna happen.
I didn't want to go to work today. I have to, but I still want to, if I have the option, to retire early, I want to take that option because I want to enjoy my life. I want to
Absolutely.
travel, and I just want to do what I feel like doing,
Yeah.
not just on Saturday and Sunday.
Mm.
I actually want to do it 7 days a week. I
7
feel like
days a
I've
week.
worked enough years
Yeah.
and I'm
And you don't
qualified to
want to
do
put
that.
your body through that where you got to work till 62 and then you may or may not be able to, enjoy the rest of your life. I know people who have retired and then died. So you want to be able to enjoy it at a youthful age where you could do what you want to do and someone is not taking that control from you.
Yeah. And thinking about like an extra income, and it don't always have to be to go work somewhere else. Like we said,
No.
digital products are really big. We have a free list out there that tells you, give you ideas of different digital products that you have. And believe me, I know we feel like everybody's already done that, but everybody don't have your creativity. Everybody don't have
Brand
your
yourself.
drive.
Right.
Which with your ideas ain't necessarily somebody else's idea.
Right.
And who's to say that what you want to do is not what other people are interested in. You might put something out there that really, pulls people in, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I really like that. But you have to have faith in yourself and start doing different things. And whether, like I said, like whether it's journals, whether it's artwork, whether you're making things, what
What's
what
your
makes
passion?
your passion? What makes your heart happy?
And see, we're starting with finance because we have the the business acumen to talk finance.
Right.
But
As well
we're
as
doing other things. We have come up with like Mother's Day cards. I don't know if you can see this clearly, but we've created these Mother's Day cards that's out on our website and we'll be selling. And you will also be giving away a free download for every Mother's Day card that you purchase. You can get a free download of a calendar. So although we're kind of niche down with finance, we are expanding it. We like journals. We like cards. We like whatever our passion is. That's what we want to do because it's ours, and
Right.
can't nobody tell us we can't. So that gives us, make it your own, brand it for yourself. I Purple Lioness. That's my niece, Brooke.
So I mean, the thing is like, you want to make sure you're doing what makes you happy. Like we said, we're gonna have the Mother's Day card. You get the free calendar that goes through 2026 with it. You want to do something. I know there's people out there that are artists. You got to have the drive to do something for yourself. And even though we're in finance, the reason why we're driving behind it a little more as well, the the economy right now, what's going on? Every day we wake up with something new that is about to happen with the economy. Nothing is guaranteed anymore. Even though people are government workers and it's like, oh, these government workers are getting laid off. But now with all these tariffs coming in and other countries saying they're not going to do business with us or they're going to put tariffs on us, then that changes. So then there's other company, the car business, the construction business. Those people are going to start getting laid off from their job.
It's trickle down.
Yeah.
So we have to start being able to generate our own income and make it about us. I've given 30 plus years to a job, a 9 to 5. I'm betting on me now. Y'all, I mean, I've gotten this far with you, but I know I can get even farther on myself. So, and that's how you have to view it. You take control and you be the person that decides what your future looks like. Only you can do that. You don't put that in somebody else's hands. They don't care about you. That's what I've learned this year. Nobody cares about me but me. So don't let me get off that soapbox because I want a job tomorrow. So
on top of the fact, you got to take a good look at it. Look at how many years we didn't got up at the crack of dawn to go show up at somebody else's company to make sure that it runs correctly, to make sure that whatever's going on at that company is getting done. Why you can't do that for yourself? You can still keep your job.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, until you stack your money. But if you're gonna go hard for yourself as well.
Yeah.
Every day now, I wake up with the mindset of, yeah, I'm tired, but guess what? I got up and I went to this building for 9.5, 10 hours. I can't give myself 2 hours when I get home.
Yeah. And there was something that you would say, something about, I'm gonna do two things I'm gonna do for myself.
Oh yeah. So 2 questions that you ask yourself. What did I do for my business today? at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, what did I do? Like, what
So then
am I
you're
gonna
holding
do,
yourself
and what did
accountable.
I do?
Yeah.
And if you didn't get something completed, go put it on your list to check it off for the next day. And that's something that you should be doing with your life as a whole.
Yeah.
A lot of times we put ourselves second, third because we're parents.
We're tired.
Yeah, we're caregivers. We're like we said previously, both of us work a 9 to 5, but we're also caregivers. She's a caregiver for her mom. I'm a caregiver for my husband. I'm a caregiver for my husband. And so you put yourself on the back burner, but at what point in time are you going to stop and look and say, what is it that I want out of life? And what's going to make me happy? And yeah, taking care of my family makes me happy, but at the same time, do I want to work uh, every day until I've worked in the school district and I've seen people work until they 75, 78. I don't want to do that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want to do that. I'm 52, and if I could retire before I'm 60, I would be grateful. I very thankful because I want the opportunity to spend time with my grandkids. I want the opportunity just to do what I feel like doing. Like I said, if you're gonna wake up at the crack of dawn, do it for yourself, for your business, for what you're trying to go grow for yourself and your family.
Yeah. If you want, if you have special goals that you have in line or that you see forthcoming, stick them in the chat. Let people know what you have going on. You know, put your page out there. We're, open to that. So you can get followers as well. We're all on this journey together. So that leads us now, our next point, I think, just to let you know, so that's end of the chapter 1, some of the highlights. That's not all of chapter 1, but some of the highlights of chapter 1. We'll be looking into chapter 2 on the book next Tuesday, and we'll pull out some of the talking points that we want to go over to give you just some highlights of the book. I'm going to show the book again.
Yeah.
It's never too late. Smart money moves for a secure future. That's what the book looks like. Our website is out there. We have free templates on digital products. Check us out. We're on Beacon and we're on Gumroad. And so we have, free downloads, free templates. We have some journals out there. We have our Mother's Day cards coming. And so we'll be doing this. We're on our grind. We'll be doing this. So we'll be seeing you at least twice a week, every week. We're committed to it. So hopefully you come back and talk to us and we can engage and we can have some dialogue, some conversation. And
also to let us know what you think about our products. If you do purchase, please let us know.
Review, please. We need reviewers. Yeah.
If you think it's something that we need to work on, let us know.
Even in the live.
This live is new.
Yeah.
This is very new.
We're probably not good at it either. We'll get better though.
It took a minute for me to just say I'm willing to go live because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Everyone makes it seem like doing, getting online, doing this TikTok stuff, trying to be an affiliate, trying to do digital marketing. It's so easy. Oh, I got 10,000 followers in 3 months. Baby, look at how many followers we got.
And we've been at it.
And we've been on here. So, we're just now starting to go live because you got to have that aspect as well. But life is life in. And like we said, we have a 9 to 5, and we also do things in the evening as caregivers. But at the same time, we have a passion for something that we want out of life as well. And we like what we're doing. We enjoy like the Mother's Day cards we're putting together, the calendar.
It's for ourselves.
It's for us. What makes you happy?
Yeah. You think about what's for you, you can't help but get excited. And I'm gonna quote on the ending, or as we close out of this, something that Dave Ramsey. I used to be a really big fan of Dave Ramsey, and still am in some aspects. I feel like some of his stuff is different, but he says you have to do something that you've never done to have things that you've never had. So that means you have to stretch yourself, you have to push yourself, you have to work just a little bit harder or differently or whatever in order to get to the next stage. It's not going to be you staying still in order to get to the next phase. So I hope this inspires you, and I hope you come and join us again on Tuesday.
Yes. And eventually we will, like what I said, we're caregivers. So we have other books that ebooks we're going to be bringing out as far that has to do with finance as well as with caregiving and self-care for people that are caregivers for family members, not like going to the senior home, but when you're a caregiver for a family member, it's different and it tugs out your heart a little bit differently but it all also tugs at your emotions.
Yeah.
And it's a doozy. So we have other things that's coming up as well. So hopefully you guys will stick with us and we'll stick by you.
Yeah.
And just grow together, and hopefully everybody will be retiring. So
right. Like, share, follow. We doing our own thing in 2025.
all right, everybody have a great evening.
Bye bye.